What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. For you guys who don't know, I am a huge Halo fan. Not only do I love the characters or the weapons and the settings, I just like the overall story of it. Especially my favorite, the Master Chief and Cortana. I find them to have a really good dynamic. I love these two characters. I love the growth and the teamwork that has, and even the friendship and the romantic elements that have kind of formed over the course of the games and the series and everything. This is another my collections video, and without further ado, let's just get into it. First I'd like to start off with the games, since the games came out first. I have a majority of the Halo games. I don't have the Halo Combat Evolved, not like the individual game, but I do have Halo 2, and to be honest, it's the most badass Halo cover there ever is. I mean, you can tell this dude is like he's about to go through hell. And this one, of course, the Covenant end up finding Earth, so you gotta do what you gotta do to save it, make sure that it's not gonna get destroyed by the Covenant. So, and I think one of the best aspects of this game is that you're playing from the perspective of the Master Chief and one of the Covenant characters. So you're kind of playing it from the human side and the alien side. You got Halo 3, which I love this game too. I did find it a bit limited compared to Part 2, but because you're playing from two different character perspectives. But this is what happens when humanity and the alien faction work together to actually end the threat of Halos. So, and the Covenant threat also. So I think this is pretty badass too. I like this game. Of course, I had to have this game because I like real-time strategy games. This game is freaking badass. Really, the only issue I had with this is you couldn't play as the Covenant, and that always pissed me off. But yeah, you get to build your army, build your bases, build your vehicles, and you just go to war with the Covenant or the Flood forces. And I'm glad that I heard that they're actually making a Part 2 to this, and hopefully you get to play as the Flood and Prometheus along with the Covenant and the humans. So I will be adding this to my collection. I got this. I have Halo Reach, and this is like a prequel to Halo Combat Evolved. It kind of tells you the story of how Reach failed, and the characters are pretty badass. Like, I like most of these characters actually. There are some moments in this game that just had me like, these dudes like are going all out. Like, this game, you can't help but feel that this is the end, but you're gonna go out fighting. You're gonna go out fighting. So I really enjoyed this game. Oh, and another thing about this game that I like is the fact that they kind of like on Reach, you actually see like other animals and stuff. You don't really see that in here. Like, you don't ever see like the actual creatures and animals and fauna and stuff that live on the planet. So yeah, I actually got to see animals on there. I like that. I enjoy shooting the hell out of some of them too. I got Halo 3 ODST. I know a lot of people wasn't a fan of this game, but I actually thought it was pretty cool. It's nice to see how, the ODST characters actually kind of see the war. You see it from their perspective. So I like that. I really did enjoy that. It didn't take away nothing from me that you weren't playing as Master Chief, because I'm like one of those fans. Even though I love the fact that the story follows Master Chief, I realize that it's a grand story. It's a universal story. So he's not the only one that's fighting these wars. So I enjoyed it. And of course, I have to have this. Halo 4 is the next trilogy in the Halo series with the Forerunners, and I had to say I really enjoyed this game. I love the emotional impact that it has, that these two characters, Cortana and Master Chief, are having to deal with. I would have liked to have seen Cortana on the cover, like a picture of both of them. That way it signifies kinda that both of them are in the battle. But this is a pretty badass cover. I really enjoyed this, and you had to fight these things called the Prometheans, and these things are dicks. But they're really challenging. It's refreshing fighting something other than the Flood and the Covenant. So Yeah, those are. That's not all my games. I have like the DLC ones, not DLC, the the discless ones. So they're all on my Xbox, Xbox One. I have the Halo Spartan Assault, which I actually enjoy. That it's like a top down, and you play as one of these Spartans. I think it's Miranda. I think it. No, that's Miranda. Anyway, it's just female Spartan on Halo 4. You play as her, and you're doing all these missions. So I thought that was a pretty good game. And also, I have the Master Chief Collection. I would show it to you guys, but it's like I said, it's on my Xbox One. I don't feel like loading it up. And of course, that has all four of the. It has Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, a Halo 3, and Halo 4. So I have all four of those again. And that's really all there is to my games at the moment. Unless I'm forgetting something, which I highly doubt I am. I have, let's go back to movies and stuff. I have The Forward Until Dawn. And even though it doesn't follow Master Chief, it follows the character of Lasky, who's training. And he's the guy that helps Master Chief in Halo 4. And this is kind of like, harkens back to what got him so committed to the Master Chief and to the UNSC. And this is a pretty good movie, and and characters, the acting and stuff was alright. But I'm one of those fans. I love, like I said, I love the lore and stuff. I kind of wanted to see the Master Chief, but the whole alien battle and the Master Chief part was completely badass. Of course, it's like one of those movies like character development and stuff, so it takes a while to get to the action, but when it gets to the action, things do jump off, and they do got some really good characters. So this was a pretty good start as far as like movies go. I got the animated Halo Legends, and this is kind of a mixed bag for a lot of people because in some aspects it stays true to the Halo franchise, but in other aspects it does the Japanese thing where everything's over the top. And sometimes I kind of think that's an issue or whatnot. But they do have moments where it feels like anime, where it's over the top and stuff. But me personally, I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed the separate stories and the new ideas behind some of the stories. Like this one story that the Spartan was assigned to help these like Marines, like these not Marines, these snipers, and the whole time they're like treating the Spartan like it's like a robot or something. Then they end up finding out that it's a woman. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is pretty good. Pretty good addition to the Halo franchise. And I like the fact that it's different stories, so you're seeing different aspects of the universe and the war. And we have Halo Nightfall, and this kind of was like a mixed bag for me because these guys are like Spartans, but you don't kind of feel like they're Spartans. It's like one of those stories that, like a side story. It's kind of a mixed bag, but took it in a way that I really didn't expect. But I enjoyed it. And I kind of like the fact that it's kind of, I'm not sure how to say it, because it's a side story and it's interesting and it's cool. It just, I don't know. I did like the movie though. It was just like it just took the series kind of a different direction. But it was interesting. It was interesting. And I kind of did like the fact that when things were kind of going down or whatever, the characters kind of turning in on each other. So I thought those were pretty cool. Now to the PS Resistance. I have my Halo book collection. Now, some of these books I have not read because I just can't stop buying them. But like I got Halo First Strike. This is what happens in between the events of Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2. And if you play the games, you see how like beast the Covenant really is, how strong they are. There's nothing compared to what you see in this book. In this book, you actually get the sense that the Covenant are out for, like, there is no stopping them. Like, when I was reading this one part where they was like seeing like how many ships the Covenant had, like the big ships, and it was like there's no way humanity is going to survive against this. There's no way. It's absolutely no way, no how, no when, nowhere. But this is a pretty good book It's a really good book. Of course, I have The Fall of Reach. I love this book. It's different from the game. It's it's a lot different from the game. Where in the book you see the Fall of Reach from Master Chief's perspective, but like in the game you don't see it from his perspective. You see it from his group of noble. You see it from noble teams. So you never see. I don't believe you see Master Chief in this, but you do hear about him. But in this, you actually follow Master Chief not only as he gets inducted into the Spartan program, but how he's trained, and the missions that he go on, and how the Covenant invading, how the Covenant's campaign kind of affects everything, and what he sees in the Fall of Reach. So, yeah, these two, although they're two different ones, and I kind of want to say they're canon. I kind of want to say they're canon. You just see it from two different perspectives, and I hope they were kind of going for that, but we'll see. It was a nice read. Next, you have Halo Evolutions 1 and Halo Evolutions 2. I would love for these authors to come out with more of these because they tell so many different stories within the Halo universe. One story that I really enjoyed is between in Halo 2, Cortana got left on the either the Covenant ship or the Flood ship. And in the events of Halo 3, you can kind of tell she's suffering, and so you're going to go search for her. And this book, one of these, I can't remember which book it was, but in these, there's a story where Cortana is talking with the Grave Mind, and you can see how the Grave Mind is just messing with her. But yeah, I like that. I like stuff like that. These two books do tell like different stories, like so many different stories. And the anthologies, of course, but yeah, I would love for them to write more of these books. I would love to get some more of these, because there's just too much content for them not to. So there is these two. The Cole Protocol. This is another book, and this book doesn't focus on Master Chief. It focus on a select group of Spartans who are trying to enact the Cole Protocol, and the Cole Protocol is initiated when the Covenant attacks a place. They wipe the information to Earth's location, so all information. So there's this, and the good thing about this is it does show that humanity isn't unified in the war against the Covenant, and they're willing to make some very shady deals to try to endure their survival. But this is a really good book also. The Cole Protocol. Now, my favorite Halo book of all time, guys, is Halo the Flood. This book was freaking amazing. This book is a novelization of Halo Combat Evolved, and if you're playing the games, it's nothing but action. There's a couple of moments where it feels like horror, but this really takes it up a lot. The flood, like the whole concept of the war, feels more horror based. It doesn't feel like action, it feels like horror based. You do feel the sense that the Master Chief is just struggling, that he's not invincible. It's nice that this book even sits there and gives more exposition on what the UNSC and the Covenant are doing on Halo, and I think that's pretty cool too. Like, it shows that there's actually a war going on besides what's going on with just the Master Chief, and that's a really good plus in my book. This book, without a doubt, is perhaps my favorite. I would love for them to write more novelizations of the video games, because this book touched, and then when I was reading it, it was like I could picture everything that was in the game through the words of this book, and it was like no part missing. So I thought this was written really well. I love the dynamic between Cortana and Master Chief. I thought this book hit the nail on the head. I was really impressed with this book. I know there was a mixed bag between some people that read the book and played the game and all that, but I don't care. This book was beast. Favorite one. Now I have these 4 that I have not read yet. I have Contact Harvest, and this is, I believe, when it follows Avery Johnson, one of my favorite characters. The dude has some of the best one-liners in the whole series. But this is when the Covenant first attack, and the first attack takes place on Harvest. So it's following Johnson, who's having to deal with. I don't know. It's just. Let's see. Okay, yeah. He has to deal with this insurgency with other humans, and then the Covenant show up, and then all hell breaks loose. So yeah, this is a pretty good book. How do I say it's a pretty good book? I haven't read it, but anyways, I have the Ghost of Onyx, Onyx, something like that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I just had to read it to you. While the Master Chief defends besieged Earth and a myriad factions of the Covenant continue their crusade to eliminate humanity, an ultra-secret cell of the Office of Naval Intelligence known as Section 3 devises a plan to buy the UNSC vital time. They're going to need hundreds of willing soldiers, though, and one more Spartan to get the job done. The planet Onyx is virtually abandoned and the perfect place to set this new plan in motion. But when the Master Chief destroys Halo, something is triggered deep within Onyx. Ancient Forerunner technology stirs and fleets of UNSC and Covenant race to claim it to change the course of the Human-Covenant war. But this reawakened ancient force may have plans of its own. What I think this is a grave mind. I think this is a grave mind, so I'm definitely going to put some time and effort to read this book. Because if this is what introduces a grave mind to the series, I would love to see that. I have Halo Glasslands, and I don't know about reading this. It's a lot, but I'll go ahead and read it. Finally, after the long brood war that saw billions slaughtered on Earth and our colonies, peace seems possible. But though the fighting stopped, the war is far from over. It's gone underground. UNSC's feared and secret Office of Naval Intelligence recruits Kilo 5, a team of ODSTs, and Spartan and eccentric AI, to accelerate the Sangheili insurrection, while the Arbiter, the new leader of the Broken Covenant, tries to stave off civil war amongst his divided people. Across the galaxy, Chief Scientist Dr. Catherine Halsey, and also another favorite, thought to have died on Reach, is still very much alive. She broke a dozen laws to create the Spartans. Now she's broken more to save them. Marooned with Chief Mendez and the Spartan team in a Forerunner slipspace bubble hitting and destroyed planet Onyx. Okay, sweet. I had to read that. She finds that the Shield World guards an ancient secret, a treasure trove, but while mankind's Kilo Cloud hunts for Halsey, the outlaw colony, Venezia is rearming, and the terrorists linked to both Halsey and Kilo 5 will test everyone's loyalty to the limit. So okay, that's sweet. Okay, it seems like these two is going to be actually kind of going to be linked. So I hope that okay, get some clarity when I read these. And last but not least, I have the Thursday War. Today's Thursday. It's kind of a coincidence. The summary reads such as this. Welcome to humanity's new war, silent, high stakes, and unseen. This is a life or death mission for Oni's Black Ops Team Kilo 5. Is that the same Kilo 5 from him? Yeah, same Kilo 5 from him. Sweet. I think this is the Kilo 5 saga. Yeah, this Kilo 5 trilogy. So yeah, I got 2 books in Kilo 5 trilogy and you didn't realize it. Okay. Which is tasked with preventing the ruthless elites once the military leaders of the Covenant from regrouping and threatening humankind again. What begins as a routine dirty tricks operation, keeping the elites busy with their own insurrection, turns into a desperate bid to extract one member of Kilo 5 from the seething heart of an alien civil war. But troubles never come singly for Kilo 5. Colonial terrorism is once again surfacing on one of the worlds that survived the war against the Covenant, and the man behind it is much more than just the name of Spartan 010. Meanwhile, the treasure trove of Forerunner technology recovered from the shield world of Onyx is being put to work while a kidnapped elite plots revenge on the humans he prayers will bring his people to bring destruction. Okay, so okay, sweet. Okay, got all this. Yes, these are the 4 books that I have not read in my collection. Of course, I know there's more, but I will get to those when I can. If y'all seen it, bam, these are my Halo books. These are all my Halo games, except for the 2 that's on my Xbox and Xbox One. Well, Xbox 360. And then these are little movies, and I cannot wait to watch the series when it comes out by Steven Spielberg, I believe. But yeah, guys, that's my whole collection of Halo. Tell me, are you a fan? What games have you played? What movies have you seen? And what books have you read? And I guess catch you guys in the next video.